Good Saturday morning. How is everybody? Cynthia, how are you this morning? I've got some news, and it's my mom's fault. It's my mom's fault. French Ranch, thank you so much for notifying me on those dual times. I appreciate it. I have a real treat for you this morning. Oh, it's Friday? It's Friday. It's my mother's fault. Okay. Happy Friday. I thought it was Saturday.
Oops.
Oops. Okay. I've got a real treat before we get into Flint, Michigan. Okay. Here we go.
Me. There she is. Going for the morning walk. Still got a tinge of snow left. Yeah. Make sure my finger isn't in the lens. Ooh, it's a little brisk out this morning.
That'll wake us up.
Oh, yeah. There she is, smoking her cigarette. Oh,
I don't know why I'm hurrying.
I don't know why either. I'm not sure why. It's all the traffic. What's it called?
Party?
Oh, there's the wind. Windy.
Get the hair out of my face.
The hair on your face. There she is, smoking that
Oh,
cigarette.
look at those clouds up there.
Oh,
Yikers.
ay, ay, ay. Yeah, we'll have
Are you
snow.
all right? You warm enough?
I'm fine. I'm just waiting for you. Just waiting for my mommy.
I know there's a bump there.
Yeah, there's a bump
There's a bump in the road.
in the road, in the road. Oh, I could see my breath.
It's cold.
Yes, it is. No, I don't think we'll go as far as the pond. I know you went, boy, you're motoring. You're motoring.
Well, I'm trying not to hurry. I'm in no hurry.
Well, you had to get out.
Yes.
There she is. 92 years old. Well, she'll be 92 this year. And yes, she's smoking. And she's unmoving. Say hi.
Boo.
Ugh. Car's coming. There we go. Whew. They get way over.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. I don't want you going all the way to the pond because you'll get tired. So you want to turn back?
Not yet.
Oh boy. She's smoking that cigarette. Newports. I don't know, can you tell if I have my teeth in or not? I think I saw a bubble at the pond. I wonder if the beavers are out.
Probably still frozen over, isn't it?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's starting to unthaw. Ugh. Why did you make me get out like this?
What?
Why did you make me get out like this?
It'll do us both good.
Oh, okay.
As Roy says, get the stink off.
Up, car. Where is all this traffic coming from?
Out and about while they
Oi.
can.
Oi, 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 oi. Oh. Morning. Yep. Okay. There we go. Woo. Morning.
Morning.
Oh, car coming. We gotta get off this road. My goodness. Oh, they still got their snow tires
Boy,
on.
everybody's busy today.
I know.
A little bit more, and then I'll go
A
back.
little bit more.
Where's the little doohickey?
The doohickey is up here.
Okay.
Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
She's got more stamina
Don't
than I
remember
do.
this being so big.
You don't remember it being big?
No.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jiminy crickets. Oh, you're the
Wow.
geese someplace. Ah, the
Wow.
huts are unthawed. Ew.
Wow, Sandy.
Wow.
I know it's icy cold just as far as the thingy.
Just as far as the thing. Well, at least I picked that glove up.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oy. Yeah, smoking that cigarette. You ready?
Yep.
I think I saw a snowflake.
I thought it would be warmer out.
Yeah. Here comes the car.
Yep.
Yep. Oh. They're so nice. They go way over.
That's nice of them.
Yeah. Morning.
Morning.
Okay. You got more stamina than I do. Yeah. Ugh, it's cold. Look at her. Smoke that cigarette. Puff, puff. Okay. We're gonna cut it now.
So yes, my mother torturing me this morning in the cold. We forgot to wear gloves, by the way. So that was a nice treat this morning with my mom. So I thought I saw a couple of snowflakes, but I don't know. Anyways, let's get on to Flint, Michigan. I have been getting quite a few emails and a lot of chit chat in the chat. So let's do a little bit on Flint. Don't forget 7 o'clock Central Time interview with John Pate. Make sure that you put in the comment section any questions that you want to talk about. He's going to talk about how the people can take back the power from the politicians and how you can do it. Okay, here we go with Flint, which is a mess. Flint is a mess. Yeah, so he changed his vote after voting. Is that legal? I found that absolutely appalling. So, I've been getting a lot of information with FOIA requests and all that. But Monday, we're going to do a special show on Flint. Don't worry, Dalton. We haven't forgotten about you or Thornton Township. We can multitask here. Okay. We can do that. But let's listen to here. Let me get it up. There we go. This is press conference in 2024.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for the press who have came. Each of you should have received a packet so that you would see what I have been referencing from my council seat. I'm Tanya Burns, 6th Ward City Council, and I want to begin by saying this. On November the 11th, City Council went 346 rounds. 4 for Jonathan Jarrett, 4 for Candace Mushat. We picked up at 346 yesterday to continue up into round 411. That one was still 4-4 deadlock, 4 for Winfrey Carter, 4 for Mushat. At 7:02 p.m., quorum was broke by the former president of Flint City Council, former vice president of Flint City Council, and the former finance chair.
No, she done me like that, so I already know. She done me like that. She's glad it's clean. She did. She bumped her. She bumped in the glass.
Why is she even back here? Why is she even back there, man?
Okay, and yeah, I'm sorry, I gave it to the press.
Yeah, why is she even back there?
And we know we've had that bump in problem with.
Now, this is courtesy of 810 Flint, and I'll put their link in the chat as well. Shout out to them. They cover it flawlessly.
Several people before. We have had that.
No, she did not.
You're freaking lying. You
She hit Miss Gladys. We saw it.
Okay, so.
Come on, keep going.
Yeah, I want to finish so we can do this because we are on a time. She did. Okay, so I want to go on to. Please in the back, the press won't be able to hear us. If Sister Audrey Muhammad could take care of Miss Gladys and Miss Carol McIntosh, I would greatly appreciate it, and Billy Dancer, thank you. So on November 25th, we were deadlocked again. Currently, we are at a 4-4 deadlock. What does our city charter state? What are our issues? I gave packets to everyone. This is the first time in Flint City Council history that our Flint City charter is not aligned with our council rules. Our former council rule, before it was changed on April the 4th, April 2/22, 2024, it stated, this is Rule 3.1, that the council shall have a president and a vice president, each chosen by a majority of council persons for a term which shall end on the second Monday in November. That's what it had stated. It had always been aligned with our city charter. It has been, so our city charter states under section 3-1103, Organization of City Council. Under that, it states the president shall be elected to a term of 1 year, period. What they have added to Rule 3.1 states 3.1, this is which was voted on April 22, 2024. The city council shall have a vice president chosen by a majority of the council members elect for a term which shall end on the second Monday in November. There's now a comma, or until a successor is elected. So when that change was made, it directly conflicts with our city charter. The city charter ends and there's a period. It stops. It does not say until a successor. There's no mechanism to stop what happened at yesterday's meeting or on the 11th. What is happening is that they're breaking quorum in order to keep the positions as president, vice president, and finance chair. That's
not following the charter. I've got to look into that charter. Good morning, So. How are you? If you go back to the beginning, you can watch my mother and I out in the brisk, cold weather that my mother maybe go out into as she's laughing and snickering. Yeah, we got to look into the charter. Like I said, people from Flint have reached out to me, and I'm going to give them a platform here. This is a mess. This is a mess. Yeah, when quorum is broken, it means the meeting means nothing. Yeah. Yeah. You'll get a kick out of it. So she's smoking as she's walking. Cynthia got a kick out of that one too. She's gonna be 92 this year. Let me play that back good, Tinch, because this is important, right?
City charter. The city charter ends and there's a period. It stops. It does not say until a successor. There's no mechanism to stop what happened at yesterday's meeting or on the 11th. What is happening is that they're breaking quorum in order to keep the positions as president, vice president, and finance chair. That's a direct violation of our charter. The charter says 12 months, not 12 months, 1 week, not 12 months, 2 days. It says 12 months, period. This mechanism that they're using is a violation. It clearly states that if you need to change the charter, there's a process to amend the Flint City Charter. The Flint Charter Review Commission reviews the charter and makes recommendations for changes. The commission's recommendations are then put to a vote by registered voters if the amendment passes. These changes were not put to registered voters. They were not. And with this, what is happening is that they are circumventing the Flint City Charter with a loophole to maintain those positions of president, vice president, finance chair. And that's wrong. I have asked for legal opinions for the past 3 to 4 weeks. In written form, I have not received them. I have contacted for outside independent legal. I should be receiving those by the beginning of next week. We do not have, at this point, independent attorneys who are working for the council. We do not. I'm going to step aside to let my colleagues, and I have here with me Councilwoman Jerry Winfrey Carter. She's our senior most council member, and Councilman Jonathan Jerry. I'm going to step aside.
Good morning, Dee Dee from Flint. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was reached out, and we're going to fight for you. We are definitely going to fight for you. We don't create mess. I don't ask for a dime. I don't ask for any money. But we want to expose. What this channel does, it holds all elected officials accountable. And we welcome you here. And if you have any questions, what is it? I've been getting emails. And yeah, don't call the monkey. Well, he's not allowed there. Anyways, Wyoming, my favorite cow. So, and thank you for that, getting the charter on the Flint website. I have been exploring it. I'm going to take the whole weekend to go over Flint and go over the FOIAs that I've already received from Flint. So I'll shut up now. Oh, thank you very, very much. Yeah, I appreciate that. The only thing I ask is that you like and subscribe. Okay, here you go.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Burns. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Burns. And I'm gonna piggyback off of what Councilwoman Burns have stated here. The charter is clear, it's crystal clear. The council president and vice president must be elected to a one-year term, and that's on the second Monday of November of every year. We've never had this issue. Additionally, like the councilwoman in the 6th ward stated, I must highlight the critical condition, whereas, and I believe the charter was, not the charter, but our council rules were voted on in 2023 as opposed to 2024 when they changed the successor rule. And it's right here. Here we go, that's the date. No, here it is. February of 2027, 23. We voted.
And then it was adopted on this day.
Okay, and it may have,
Yep, it
yeah,
became effective this day.
yeah, it became effective. So that's when it was written and we voted in February 27th, 2023. But regardless of that,
The time is now 3:15.
regardless of that,
Please take their elected seats.
just rude, just rude. This is what we're dealing with. This is exactly what we're dealing with. Just rude. But I want to point out, as a council member, and as a council member that is committed to making sure that we abide by the charter, I'm just gonna put it on the record. I will not be sitting for this meeting. I will not be sitting for this meeting. She is no longer the president, and she should not be calling this meeting to order. She don't even have a quorum, and she don't even have a quorum.
We won't fail. We won't fail. We won't fail. We won't fail. We won't fail.
These are some of the things that we have been dealing with. The disrespect. Okay? The blatant disrespect. The lies. The corruption. And this is what they're trying to cover up. The corruption. We need the residents to come down to the chamber, come to a council meeting so you can see it firsthand. You need to see this. It's petty. She called a meeting for today and knew that a press conference was being held. It was already scheduled.
Attorney, we need for you to take your seats and the rest of the council members so we can proceed with the business of the city.
I'm gonna let our councilman in the 9th ward speak if he wants to. Councilman Jerry.
You have $1 million to pass, lots of infrastructure, and so since our meeting, you can see it.
Okay, for those just coming in, we're going to start investigating Flint, Michigan, with the help of the Flint residents. So that's where we are right now. And this is a press conference held in November 2024, which I thought was important. Okay, all caught up.
So, good afternoon, all. Thank you for coming out. There is a lot that can be spoken to with regard to the way that meetings have been conducted, with the ways that as not just ourselves as council peers, but also the community has been impacted. That said, it is time that we as leaders lead in a way that is but to say respectful is far below what should be the standard. The standard with which we have been operating is low. And for those of us that call ourselves leaders, it's time to be more than a leader by title only. Matter of fact, it's time for those of us that are leaders to not worry about a title and just lead and do what needs to be done in our roles to be effective. Now, this is the thing, this is where we are by way of impasse. And it seemingly there are 4 and 4 with the votes. Not seemingly, that's the reality with regard to the president's role. 4-4. Now, for any of us in this room that have been in any or at any tables where there was any form of negotiation,
well, that's RL standing behind him. RL gets up at every meeting, every single meeting. And French Wrench, I'm sorry to interrupt, sir. What can society do to regain control? How can society regain control? Well, we're going to cover that with John Pate tonight, 7 Central Time. And he's going to go through a plethora. We got a 4-hour slot. So everybody in Flint, if you're listening, join us at 7 p.m. Eastern, or I'm sorry, Central Time. And we're going to cover what the citizens can do to regain control over their government. Hey, Kisme, it's really good to see you. Oh, yeah, the water. Yeah, I want to play a little bit of that too. But for everybody in Flint, I want for you to listen, and we are going to cover Flint, Michigan, and the corruption that's going on there. It's massive. It's 10 times worse than Dalton could ever think of being. So that's RL behind.
Recognize that no one side gets everything that they want.
That's right.
But again, real leaders and leadership understands that, and they identify ways to work between and around such that a common goal is accomplished. We can continue to do this 4-4, 4-4, 4-4, whatever, and then continue to call special meeting, continue to call special meeting to circumvent, special meeting to circumvent. The time is now, because we've seen what leadership has looked like over the past 12 months. I don't know that there's tolerance for that same type of leadership moving forward. The time is now to do different and to be different under a leadership that pulls people together, not continues to foster division. That said, I'll yield the podium and let one of my colleagues have their final remarks.
At this time, because I want to be fair to everyone, if there are any questions, what we look for is a solution. One of the solutions and the remedy is that we need to make sure the people spoke, which they're not validating the election. It was not certified. So one of the things is a remedy is asking for an election for that third ward so we could fill that seat. It does not need to be opened up. There were 4 people. They did speak, people spoke, but they will not. The State Board of Elections has stated they will not certify that race. So where do we go from there? We need to ask and petition them to have an earlier election. It's went all the way to the Supreme Court. That's the highest court in Michigan. So we need to ask for a remedy for in the next 30 days to have an election. The state of elections state that there's only 3 times you can have an election. That's May, August, and November. We need to have one sooner because we're going to unfortunately be at a 4-4 split. I will say most of the 4 that generally I vote with, we vote with what's right for the community. I vote for what's on the other side if it's right for the community. I always do. If it's something going to serve the city, and that's where we should all be. And unfortunately, we are not. So if there's any questions anyone has.
When is the law going to be enforced as far as the city attorney goes? When will the law be enforced concerning the officers? Because if you are an officer and you are being allowed to break the law, how can you hold somebody else responsible? Have those issues been addressed? And what about the insurrection that took place? Have any of those people been spoken to?
It has not been to date. I have personally only spoken to the detective. Nothing has, with October the 14th, when there was a conspiracy to incite a riot, no one has been charged at all to date. There were 12 people. There's a videotape stating that the council president asked them to come down here and was happy. I played the video. It's on Instagram and Facebook, and nothing has been done to date. Are there any other questions? I'm gonna let my colleagues wrap up. Well, it's really embarrassing because she did bump into Gladys. I was standing here and saw her. I was looking, and that's not the first time. So, you want to wrap up? I'm going to turn over to Councilwoman Winfrey Carter.
So like my colleague stated, we are now at a complete stalemate with a 4-4 vote. So, and I always like to say deadlock. 3-3. If we cannot come to an agreement for a president, how are we going to be able to appoint a third ward council person, a council member? Right. So with that, the clerk, our city clerk, I would expect her to petition the state so that we can have an earlier election, so that the people of the third ward can appoint, elect their council member. Because we're not going to be able to agree. You already know, we can't even agree on a president. So, any questions? Councilman Jerry, do you have anything else to say? Okay. So what I need the residents, I need everyone to come down. Come to your council chamber The council chamber is for the residents. Stand up. Stand up for your rights. We need your help. Stand up for the disrespect that's being held in these council chambers. Stand up. For your rights as a citizen. And that's how I'm going to end. Stand up for your rights. Thank you.
Amen to that.
So the time is now 3:28.
Stand up for your rights. There's a little bit more to this, so I'm going to play the 5 more minutes left.
And since we have a pool within our chamber, let's go ahead and have the colleagues in attendance start the meeting. We're asking for all colleagues to please take their elected seats so we can proceed with having the business of the city. If our colleagues can call a special press conference for 3 o'clock, then we stay for a couple of extra minutes so we can pass monumental infrastructure dollars to what they know. Ward 5, Ward 8, 1, and 2. And then also the so we can make sure that we pass $32 million of medical debt relief.
You see the movie Home Alone?
The time is now 3:30, and the city council meeting is now being brought to order. Roll call now, clerk. We're asking for the residents that are yelling out in the back to please be quiet so we can proceed with our meeting. Miss Audrey, you know my comment.
So as you can see, Flint, Michigan is at a boiling point. Good morning, Ms. Regina. How are you? Good to see you. Laura, it's so good to have you back. I hope everything's doing well. Yes, this was the council that Mays was on before he did pass. And let me see. I want to go to another thing, and I hope that my mother's TV isn't too loud. Let me get this up. Oh, push the wrong button. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's they've got a 4-4 vote, right? Let me get that shared again.
That's add-on number 1. There's also $50,000 to
Oh, I
Eastside
know, Laura.
Compassionate Mission Center.
I know.
Add-on number 2.
I've been praying for you, Laura, and I know a lot of other people have been praying for you too.
Are there any other agenda changes? Hearing none, it's now time for public comment. Members of the public who wish to address City Council, excuse me, I gotta close this out. Must register before the meeting begins. A box will be placed in the entrance. Members of the public shall have no more than 3 minutes per speaker during public comment, with only one speaking opportunity per speaker. Madam Clerk, do we have public speakers?
The first speaker looks like Michelle Young.
Good evening, problem solvers. Again, I address all of you as problem solvers. One thing I would like to ask is a housekeeping measure again. The gentleman, when you guys vote, we cannot hear the gentleman. We hear the ladies fine. So can you either speak up, or Davina, can you please increase the volume for the gentleman so that the public can hear when we're watching TV? We really need to hear the gentleman speak up. So as far as problem solving goes, I'm up here today. One of the things I want to talk about is the St. Mark's money. And I'm going to address problem solver in the first ward, since he's the newest person on this body. Some of the things that I have seen this money pass over, and we know that this is a food desert. Flint is a food desert. We don't have major grocery stores within the city of Flint. And I know that some people may have religious background and some not, but we have example. Jesus needed food to feed 5,000 or more people. And there was a young boy who had 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. I'm hoping that Mr. Problem solver Leon would be that young boy and be generous to provide that 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish for St. Mark to feed the hungry. Be an example, be a giver, show some action. We already have 4 votes. We only need 1 more. I'm asking you to be that example, to be that godly example. Jesus saw a need. You see a need, I'm sure. We have some other things that are affecting our community and world throughout the U.S. We have tariffs that are now coming from Mexico and Canada. A lot of that will also be on food. So that means people will not have the money they need to get the food they need. Please be a problem solver. Don't just talk about it. I'm asking you. And Judy, you're on the finance team. You provided money for $50,000 in willow trees. Provide $50,000 for food. It should have been fruit trees instead of willow trees, please. And I would like a response.
That killed me. $50,000. Good morning, Karen. It's good to see you. $50,000 for willow trees. And they have a food desert in Flint. $50,000 for willow trees. Yes. Dysfunction. That struck me as just completely.
From the 2 of you, provide this church with $50,000 to problem solve the food desert that we have and the problem that we foresee coming. You have to look ahead as problem solvers. There's going to be more food problems. It's coming. You have to look ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, before I call the next speaker, I do want to respond to Ms. Young's concern about the volume. I've been getting a lot of complaints. I've had the company come out and check, and I'm asking council members to please speak into the microphone clearly. And I think that's what will make the difference. You have to speak directly into the microphone. I will have them come out again, but I believe the issue is just that people aren't speaking closely enough to the actual microphones. So next speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
Hello, City Council peoples. I'm Mara L. Mitchell. Live at 759 East Linden Avenue, in front of the graveyard over on the north side. Through the Madam Chair, through First Ward, I noticed when I was coming on the elevator, I was affronted by the First Ward, Edie Amin, and Lashak, Candace Lashak. And as I was talking to her, she said, give her 6 feet. I was too close to her. And then I ended up looking at Edie Amin, finna ask him about what's up with the Hassel Center. But then the door opened, and then the mayor, student body, asked them, who is the First Ward councilman? And so America, you always wanted to know where our mayor got his scholarship from. Harbor, them Harbors, I think they say they're from Harbor. So we welcome the Harbor's peoples here to Flint tonight, and you're gonna see, and keep watching, you're gonna see how Edie Amin handled the situation, the problem solving in Flint. Like the first speaker saying, all you problems in the second ward. To you, Miss, can't think of her name now. Like Reverend Morton, I think that's your pat over there right across the field from Hassel, where you've been hassling these senior citizens. I'm a senior citizen myself, but I don't know if I'm a turkey duck or what, because I go to McDonald's. They say, what you doing in McDonald's, sir? Ain't nobody in here but old folks and kids. The manager asked me that. That little light skin guy, he said, if you do something, I'm gonna got something to take you 5 to 6 blocks away. I said, man, what the? So I just make my business going to McDonald's every day and get me a sausage McMuffin with an egg on top, but the egg won't fall on the ground, and a senior coffee. And then I asked for a cup of water. They said, don't give him a cup of water. He be stealing the sweet tea. I said, man, y'all treat, what the? She did that because she supposed to set me up a breakfast. They act like they're feeding the people.
I want to stop this because this is RL. He gets up and he has a problem with speech. Okay. So let's not pick on RL. He's up there fighting for the community every single board meeting. So please, he gets it out, but yes, he stutters. Okay. That's just RL. And I know everybody is unfamiliar with Flint, but RL, he fights for the people. He really does. Okay. Thank you.
People, but they get the food in front of people and make you fight for it like they do in Africa. They got the food, but they make the people kill each other before they take the food home. 100-pound rice on their head and all them stuff in the fight. They beat up one man, kill him, another one get it, and another one get. They stopped showing that on TV. Talking about, we got a food desert in Flint. We're on Client Road. You better be. Of course
it is, kids.
Thank the God, but nobody throw a bomb in there and blow up the food market. And then you're going to really have some darkies deal with these killing people, setting up drive-by generation. And like, Edie Amin, welcome. Take it. Go to work, sir. For what you can say, see my work. See my work. Mitchell. All right, take that.
The next speaker is Jeff Rolfe.
Good evening. I'm Jeff Rolfe. I'm the director of the Flint East Side Mission. The mission is located on Delaware, on the corner of Franklin and Delaware, 1907.
Speak closer.
Oh, can't hear me?
Yeah,
there we
that's
go.
better.
The mission's been around for 30 years. We started in a small church on Delaware Avenue, and we began by just feeding people, serving lunch in the basement. And since that time, we've moved over to the old Shelter of Flint building on Delaware, right across from St. Mary's Church. And we are open Tuesday through Friday, and we serve hot lunches, and we also have a food pantry that people can come to twice a month to receive groceries. We also have a clothing house. We have haircuts and showers and laundry facilities. We also help people receive their identification, license, driver's license, and birth certificates. But of course, our main issue is feeding our neighbors. And we serve upwards of 17 to 1,800 people a month hot lunch. And we serve around 100 to 110 people food baskets every week. Obviously, we purchase all of our food from either the food bank or Sam's or Gordon Food Service, and we are funded completely by donations. We have a few grants that we receive, but mainly it's through individual donations. And with food costs surging, it has been a struggle to make sure that our pantry shelves stay fully stocked. By the grace of God, they have, but we never know from day to day. Helping us finance for our food at the mission would allow us to have our food pantry open an extra day of the week, as well as extending our hours. Right now, we are only open 2.5 hours Tuesday through Friday. But if we were able to do that longer, we would love to be able to do that. So we appreciate very much you considering us. We've been here, like I say, for 30 years, and you know, I always say I'm in a position to where I hope one day I lose my job because it's no longer necessary for the mission to be open. But right now it is very necessary, and we just want to continue serving our neighbors that come to our door. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, so the food desert, okay, you have this wonderful pantry that is, yes, and that is feeding the people. Excuse me, I love you in the chat. It's different here. I don't really be in other live chats other than this one. Aw, Disney, we love you. And I hope I haven't missed anybody. Oh, Prince Jay, I missed you. Good morning. How are you? Yeah. Now, RL, isn't he a Vietnam veteran? I think he's a Vietnam veteran, but I might be mistaken. Yeah, and I'm wondering how many homeless people are in Flint, Michigan, and what they're doing about that. Yeah, he does carry a heavy load. Yeah. Yeah. So everybody in Flint, I invite you tonight, and Dalton as well, and all the subscribers, and you know, everybody. I invite you 7 p.m. Central Time to come into the chat and ask John questions, because he's going to go over a whole bunch of things on how residents can fight their government legally and not bring mess to a community that is already on a boiling point. This community, I've been watching, and these council meetings, they'll go on for like 6 hours at a time. Ah, thank you, Laura. It's wonderful here, isn't it? Yeah, water issues. You know, so I did. I'm going to share one. I'm going to share one email that I did get, and I did get some other things, but I want to share this. There is a grand reopening of the Hasselbring Senior Center that was evicted from the previous building that Flint owns on Monday, March 30th, 2025, that I am going to attend as a member. And former Councilman Maurice Davis hopefully will attend, whom I'm hoping to speak with and join his campaign team as he decides to challenge Councilwoman Liddell Lewis. Now, I've gotten some things about Liddell Lewis for 2nd Ward, which he held before she took it from him. So he was on a YouTube podcast, and I'm going to be looking at this as well. But what I did want to do was pull up. There it is. The Hasselbring, I'm sorry, Senior Center. Okay, that's going to be opening up. So that was just one of the emails that I've been receiving. But I've been asked what can people do to help me help Flint. You can tell me specifically the problems in your ward specifically. Okay. And let me put up the ward map. Okay. And I'm going to spend all weekend on Flint, Michigan, researching. Now, they have 9 wards, and here's the ward map. Okay. But what you can do for this channel is to support it, not financially. Okay, not financially. Support it by subscribing and liking and putting in the comments below what you want changed in Flint, Michigan. Okay. Oh, let's see. And now I want to show this video here.
Flint has one of the nation's newest water infrastructure systems. This multi-million-dollar system has been upgraded to include a high-tech chemical feed building to safely and effectively treat the water, underground vaults to enhance water flow and blending, and an emergency backup storage system. Together, they work to ensure residents have access to safe drinking water in adherence with the State of Michigan Safe Drinking Water Act. Key to Flint's water system is Lake Huron, the source of our water. The upgraded water system also features a first in the city's history: 2 pipelines, a primary pipeline for daily use and a secondary pipeline for use in the event of an emergency. The secondary pipeline has more than 7 miles of newly installed pipes. Flint's main water source and pipeline includes the Great Lakes Water Authority GLWA pipeline, where raw water is pulled from Lake Huron for treatment, and the Genesee County Drain Commission GCDC pipeline, where raw Lake Huron water is pulled from the Carignan Water Authority KWA for treatment. Treated water from the GLWA pipeline travels into the upgraded Control Station Number 2, which features a new valve system. The treated water then travels to an underground vault where it is blended with treated water from the GCDC pipeline. Chemicals are then added to meet safe drinking water standards. The water is now ready to be stored and distributed. Flint's water storage and distribution system includes 2 separate routes for water to travel to homes and businesses. The first route is the most straightforward, where water from the vault flows directly to homes and businesses. The second route involves water flowing to the water tower, where it is held for distribution into homes and businesses. A 2-way valve system inside the water tower pushes water into a 20 million gallon underground tank and then backup reservoir, the Cedar Street Reservoir. Later this year, an additional underground water storage and pumping station system, the Dorrit Reservoir, will hold another 20 million gallons of reserve water to support homes and businesses in the event of an emergency. To learn more about the Flint's water infrastructure system, a model for other municipalities with aging water infrastructures, visit www.cityofflint.com/progress report.
Yeah, a model. Right. Okay. Sure it is. So what are the plans going forth with Flint, Michigan, with Conscious? Now, we are not going to pull out of Dalton or Thornton Township. What are our plans? I'm not going to tell you, because there's a specific individual who will take everything And it's been proven in the past of what we do over here. And Flint does not need mess. They already have enough. This is going to be professionally done. And there is going to be no mess, but we are going to help the citizens of Flint. And as we progress along, we're going to push this to the ends of the earth until Flint residents get what they justly deserve. But we're not going to put out what we're going to be doing and give away. So individuals can take that as their own ideas, because I'm sick of that. I'm sick of you. Okay. I'll just say that. You're not going to get this. Just keep mess someplace else. Flint does not want you. Yeah, it's going to be very exciting, and we are going to help the people of Flint. Like I said, I've already got a lot of FOIA information, and I am going to spend the entire weekend going through Flint, and not online, personal research. Okay. But anybody in Flint that wants to email me, I'm going to put it in the chat here. And then I will put it in the comments after this live stream is over with. Flint does not need mess. They already have enough mess to deal with. Yes, it is. And Flint is a boiling pot. It's been getting ready to boil over. We are going to help Flint, Michigan. And we're going to do it in a professional manner so we can explain to the residents. They're fighting. They are fighting. Oh, all your in-laws are at Ward 3. Oh. So Prince J, give me an email. But we're not going to reveal what we're going to be doing until we do it, because we don't want any mess going on. And we all know what we're talking about. So, oh yeah, a very long time, Miss Regina. You're very welcome, Dee Dee, and I encourage you to email me and let me know what you want me to do, because we're very serious here. We're very professional here. Yes, it is the best move, because Flint does not need mess. And we all know what we're talking about for that. Thank you, Dee Dee. I really appreciate it. Very much so. And you could put out the word as well, if you would, to bring the residents of Flint over here. And we're going to have panels as well with actual residents and councilmen and women on the platform. They plan to do before doing it, and it seems like it always does. And that's why we'll do it in emails, okay? But we're not going to do it online. So yes, most definitely. I thought that video was pathetic. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this live short, but we plan on going full force on Flint, Michigan, without mess. Without mess. We're doing it professionally. So Monday, we will have a show on Flint, but for all of those everywhere around the country. Please join us 7 o'clock Central Time. And oh, thank you very much. Yes, I will. I have their emails, and I doubt if we'll have it done by Monday, but I most certainly will do that. Dee Dee, thank you very much. And any advice you can give me, I most certainly appreciate it from anybody. From anybody. We're going full force on Flint. We are not leaving Dalton and Thornton Township behind, so don't worry about that. And if you have any other issues, we can multitask here. If you have any other issues, any other places that have corrupt government, there's so many places, isn't there? My gosh. Oh, yes, most definitely. Most definitely. Oh, Clearwater, Florida. What a beautiful place. Well, yeah. John Pate is very passionate about what he does. Yes, absolutely, Miss Regina. There's not going to be hatred on this channel. We are. Oh, you too, Kisme. Have a really blessed day. And everybody. Oh, Clearwater, Florida. My Jiminy Crickets. Well, it's just like every place in the United States. People elect officials that they think are going to do what's right for them. And as soon as they get into office, they do the complete opposite for some reason. They consider, okay, you're in, so now we can do whatever you want. Oh, Tampa, yeah. Tampa Bay. I lived in Florida for several years. Do you like the East Coast better than the West Coast? I like the West Coast better. It's more clean water over there than the Atlantic. Yeah. Anthony. John. Well, tonight, we're going to discuss government, right? And what people can do. And for all those in Flint, this is John Pate. He's going to be on at 7 o'clock. We're going to go through a lot of things. And as we progress with, I'm sorry, I just heard my phone. I'm so sorry. As we progress on, we're going to do a little history on Flint first and show you the players. Okay. Don't want to get too much out there because we don't want mess going into Flint. Yeah. But, yeah, John, we're going to discuss government as we plan tonight. And John Pate is very, very knowledgeable. So everybody in Flint, Dalton, Thornton Township, every place in America needs to hear what John Pate has to say. And he's going to, oh, wonderful. He's going to lay out a lot of things. And he's going to continue to come back on this channel and discuss different things. So if you have questions for John, leave it in the comments below. And also, feel free to come into the chat tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern time. And he's going to be answering a lot of questions. And thank you for all the questions that you have been sending in. Okay. No, they get into office. They promise everything under the moon. And, they get into office and it's a complete opposite. But anyways, I'm going to get a hold of Critical because I want a new intro for Critical, if you're listening. I want a new intro for Coffee with Conscious. I'm trying to figure it out and I can't. But anyways, and I need a new banner for the page. Somebody had a question about how do residents get back their power in the city. John's going to go over that. John's going to go over that tonight. Okay. So that's about all I have for right now this morning. We are going full force into Flint. And yes, we're going to have residents and council members on panels so we can do interviews. But that's all, that's as far as I'm going to go because we don't want mess going into Flint. They have enough problems as it is. Is Critical the go person for... Critical is fantastic. He is absolutely fantastic. And Miss Regina, if you want to email me, I will give you his email address. Okay. Okay. Yes, we will see you tonight. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining. And we'll see you at 7 Central, 8 p.m. and 3 o'clock Wyoming Pacific time. Okay. Thanks, y'all. Yeah. That's why we're not going to put a lot of stuff out there. So we'll see you tonight. Okay.